Welcome the rare gems. Here's the truth. Sigma females are like the ultimate plot twist in a movie. You think you've got them figured out, but then they casually reveal a side of themselves that leaves you floored. They don't flaunt their talents or put their strengths on display like flashy billboards. In fact, they're pretty content keeping their most powerful gifts under wraps, letting everyone assume they're just quietly minding their business. But make no mistake, they're playing a game at a whole different level. What's fascinating, and maybe a bit annoying for some, is how effortlessly they hide these gifts. They don't need to brag, because why should they? It's like having a secret superpower and enjoying the fact that no one knows it exists, until it does. You won't see her leading with grand gestures or loud proclamations, but when the moment comes, she'll surprise everyone, and probably still be home in time to binge-watch her favorite series. So what are these hidden gems? Well, buckle up, because we're about to pull back the curtain on what makes a Sigma female quietly extraordinary, whether she admits it or not. And spoiler alert, it's not what you expect. Let's get started. Rare gems. For a clearer perspective, I suggest watching the video from start to finish, and I'd be interested in hearing your feedback in the comments. Number 1. Hyper-aware of energy shifts. A Sigma female has a sixth sense when it comes to reading the room. She doesn't just see what's happening on the surface, she feels the energy behind it. While others might notice when someone's in a bad mood or when tension fills the air, she picks up on these shifts long before anyone else even realizes they're there. It's almost as if she can sense energy changes the way people feel a sudden drop in temperature. This hyper-awareness of energy isn't just a passive trait, it's a powerful tool. She can tell when someone's being genuine, when an argument is brewing, or when a room full of people is just seconds away from boiling over. And while she notices these shifts, she doesn't let on. Her reactions are subtle. She'll adjust her tone, tweak her approach, or distance herself, all while maintaining a calm, collected exterior. Most of the time, people have no idea she's even adapting. They just sense that things are going smoother than they expected. Her ability to read energy lets her navigate tricky situations with ease. Whether it's in personal relationships or professional environments, she's always one step ahead, adapting without ever needing to announce it. This gift keeps her in control of her interactions, ensuring that she never gets blindsided by someone's hidden agenda or emotional outburst. Simply put, she knows the game before it's even played. Number 2. The power of intuition that feels like superstition. A Sigma female's intuition is so sharp it can almost seem like she's working with some kind of sixth sense. It's that gut feeling that she can't fully explain, yet it's always right. What's eerie is how often she just knows things. Details she couldn't have picked up from logic or reason alone. It can feel supernatural, even to her. But instead of broadcasting this gift, she keeps it close, letting it quietly guide her without drawing attention. This heightened intuition is her secret edge. Whether it's sensing someone's true intentions, predicting the outcome of a situation, or knowing when to steer clear of trouble, she trusts these inner nudges more than she lets on. While others may need facts and figures to make decisions, she's already made up her mind based on something she can't quite explain, and most of the time she's spot on. Yet, this gift comes with a level of caution. She rarely speaks about it because she knows it can sound irrational to others. It's easier to let people believe she's just insightful or good at reading situations. But underneath, she's working with something much deeper, a form of wisdom that transcends typical understanding. It's like having a compass that always points her in the right direction, even when the map is unclear. And while she doesn't flaunt it, this quiet, almost mystical ability keeps her ahead of the game. Number 3. Unwavering loyalty until you betray it. A Sigma female embodies loyalty in a way that few can understand. When she commits to someone, she's all in, supportive, dependable, and fiercely protective. Her loyalty is like a sturdy bridge built on trust and respect. She's the friend who shows up when you need her, the partner who stands by your side through thick and thin. This unwavering loyalty is one of her most admirable qualities, and those lucky enough to earn it will find a steadfast ally. However, this loyalty comes with a crucial caveat. Once you betray her trust, that bridge collapses. The moment you cross that line, her loyalty vanishes as quickly as it was given. Unlike some who may confront you with anger or accusations, she doesn't need to make a scene. Instead, she quietly withdraws, severing ties without fanfare. It's as if she's pressed a mute button on the relationship, fading into the background without looking back. This ability to disappear can be shocking to those who take her loyalty for granted. They might expect her to fight for the relationship, to express her hurt, but that's not her style. She prefers to cut her losses and move on, valuing her peace of mind over lingering in a situation that no longer serves her. In her world, betrayal is a deal breaker, and once that trust is broken, she chooses self-respect over reconciliation. You'll be left wondering what happened, while she walks away with her dignity intact, a powerful reminder of the consequences of crossing her. Thank you, Rare Gems, for being a valued subscriber. Your continued support is incredibly important to us and inspires us to keep producing meaningful content. We truly appreciate your engagement and support. Number 4. The gift of seeing patterns. Others miss. A Sigma female possesses an extraordinary gift for spotting patterns that others often overlook. Whether it's in human behavior, environmental cues, or the intricate dynamics of society, she has an innate ability to connect the dots and see the underlying trends shaping the world around her. While many people focus on individual events or isolated incidents, she sees the bigger picture, recognizing how seemingly unrelated factors influence one another. This knack for pattern recognition allows her to anticipate outcomes with uncanny accuracy. She can sense when a relationship is on the brink of change or when a project is headed for success or failure based on subtle indicators. This foresight empowers her to make informed decisions, often ahead of the curve. She's not just reacting to what's happening, she's proactively navigating her path based on insights that remain hidden from the average observer. However, this gift comes with a sense of discretion. She rarely shares her insights, preferring to keep her analysis to herself. Her mind is a complex web of connections that she quietly navigates, often leading her to conclusions that leave others in the dark. While some may dismiss her observations as mere intuition, she knows the truth. Her ability to see patterns is a powerful tool that shapes her understanding of people and situations. In a world filled with noise and distraction, she stands apart, guided by a clarity of vision that allows her to see what others miss. This quiet confidence fuels her decisions and interactions, giving her a unique edge in life that few can rival. Number 5. Converting solitude into creative fuel. For a Sigma female, solitude is far from a retreat. It's a dynamic workshop where creativity thrives. While many may seek solitude to recharge or escape the chaos of life, she views her alone time as an opportunity for innovation. It's in these moments of isolation that her ideas come to life. Instead of feeling lonely or unproductive, she dives into her thoughts, allowing them to flow freely without the distractions of the outside world. During these periods, she experiments with concepts, whether it's writing, art, or planning her next big project. This creative solitude is where her mind can roam without limits, exploring new possibilities and refining existing ideas. The quiet around her becomes a canvas, and she fills it with vibrant thoughts and visions that she later brings into the world. Emerging from her solitary sessions, she isn't just refreshed, she's transformed. Each moment spent alone adds to her reservoir of creativity and insight, equipping her with fresh perspectives that set her apart. Her ability to convert solitude into creative fuel means that she's constantly evolving, always ready to share something remarkable with others. In a society that often sees alone time as a sign of social deficiency, she redefines it as a source of strength. Solitude isn't just a break from the noise, it's her secret weapon, allowing her to cultivate ideas and innovations that can change her world, and sometimes even the world at large. So while others may shy away from being alone, she embraces it, knowing it's where her true creativity shines. Number 6. Psychological fortification. A Sigma female's mind is like an impenetrable fortress. On the outside, she may appear calm and collected, but beneath that exterior, lies a mental resilience that's been built through years of self-reflection and experience. She's faced her own weaknesses, confronted her fears, and learned from every emotional challenge. This inner work has fortified her in a way that few people understand. It's not that she doesn't feel, she feels deeply, but she refuses to be controlled by those emotions. She's learned that emotions are a part of life, but they don't define her, nor do they dictate her actions. While others may crumble under pressure or be swayed by emotional highs and lows, she remains steady. External forces, whether they come from people, circumstances, or life's inevitable chaos, can't break her unless she allows them to, and she rarely, if ever, does. Her psychological fortification isn't about being cold or detached. It's about mastery. She's in control of her inner world, knowing that the only power anyone has over her is the power she gives them. This strength allows her to face whatever comes her way without losing herself in the process. It's not just resilience, it's a conscious choice to maintain her mental sovereignty no matter the situation. She may feel, but she never bends to the will of those feelings unless she decides it's in her best interest. Number 7. Strategic patience. For a Sigma female, patience is anything but passive. It's not about sitting back and waiting for things to happen. It's about playing the long game, understanding that sometimes the best move is no move at all, at least not yet. She knows when to wait and when to strike, and this timing is key to her success. While others might rush into decisions or push for immediate results, she's willing to endure discomfort or delays if it means she'll come out on top later. This ability to wait isn't about hesitation, it's about strategy. She sees the bigger picture and knows that short-term discomfort is often the price for a long-term win. Whether in personal relationships, career moves, or life choices, she doesn't let impatience trip her up. Her patience is about control. She can observe, gather information, and assess all the angles while everyone else is scrambling. When she finally decides to act, it's because she's chosen the most advantageous moment, not because she was pushed into it. It's a form of power, quiet, deliberate, and effective. People often mistake her patience for inaction, but they soon realize she's been positioning herself all along for the perfect moment to take control. Number 8, impeccable emotional memory. A Sigma female has a mind like a vault when it comes to emotions. She doesn't just remember events, she remembers exactly how those moments made her feel. Every hurt, every joy, every subtle shift in energy is permanently stored away, not as a grudge but as a reminder. While she may choose to forgive, that emotional imprint never fully fades. It's not about holding on to bitterness, it's about learning from every experience, sharpening her instincts with each emotional lesson. This impeccable emotional memory becomes her internal compass. It helps her navigate relationships, spotting red flags long before others notice them. She doesn't just rely on logic, she trusts her feelings because she knows how accurately they've served her in the past. When someone tries to manipulate her or pull her into emotional traps, she can feel the echoes of past experiences, guiding her away from making the same mistakes. People might mistake her calm demeanor for having forgotten past wrongs, but that's far from the truth. She simply chooses not to dwell on them. Instead, she lets her emotional memory quietly refine her instincts, making her more resilient and harder to fool. Every emotion, every experience, even though she forgives, becomes part of her mental arsenal, helping her see people and situations for what they truly are. Number 9. Internal complexity hidden behind simplicity. At first glance, a Sigma female can seem like the most straightforward person in the room. Her approach to life is often minimalist. No drama, no unnecessary frills. She keeps things simple, focused, and to the point. But make no mistake, this simplicity is no accident. It's a deliberate choice, a shield that keeps the world at arm's length while guarding the complex depths beneath. Her minimalist style isn't because she's uncomplicated, it's because she understands the value of not putting everything on display. Underneath that calm, straightforward exterior is a mind that's constantly working, analyzing, and assessing everything around her. She doesn't show this complexity to everyone. Only a few get to see the full picture. To most, she's simply efficient and effective, the type who gets things done without much fuss. But the truth is, there's a lot more happening beneath the surface than anyone realizes. This layered approach is her way of protecting herself. She doesn't need or want attention drawn to her every move. By keeping things low-key, she can navigate the world on her own terms, without unnecessary distractions or complications. People might underestimate her, thinking she's just someone who prefers a simple life. But that's the beauty of it. While they're focused on the surface, they miss the richness of her thoughts, the intricacy of her emotional world, and the strength of her inner resolve, until it's too late to catch up. Number 10. Invisibly leading through absence. There's something strange about the way a Sigma female leads. It's not when she's in the room that you notice her influence the most. It's when she's gone. You might not even realize how much she holds things together until she steps back, and suddenly everything feels a little off. It's like that one gear in a machine that quietly does its job, unnoticed, until it stops working, and the whole thing grinds to a halt. Sigma females don't need to command attention or issue orders to make an impact. They lead without a fuss, often in the background through their quiet competence and stabilizing presence. When they're around, things just seem to flow smoothly. People don't feel the need to panic or scramble. Her influence is so subtle that you might mistake it for simplicity, but as soon as she's not there, the absence is glaring. Suddenly, her steady input and calm judgment are missed, and the space she occupied feels a little more chaotic without her. What makes her absence so powerful is that it forces people to reflect on just how much she brought to the table, often without even trying. It's a kind of leadership that's not about control or dominance. It's about creating balance, offering quiet insight, and leaving a lasting impression. In a way, she leads people to realize their own dependence on her by showing them what life is like without her. Quiet, effortless, but undeniably effective. In conclusion, the hidden gifts of Sigma females are like secret superpowers, extraordinary yet often kept under wraps. These women possess a remarkable ability to read between the lines, predict outcomes, and turn solitude into creative fuel. Their intuition might feel almost supernatural, and their loyalty runs deep until it doesn't. They see patterns in chaos and navigate relationships with a blend of insight and stealth that leaves others scratching their heads. But let's be real, they don't flaunt these abilities because they know the world isn't always ready for such depth. It's like having a treasure chest filled with glittering gems and only showing off the polished stones. They're out there, quietly observing, crafting their next masterpiece, or deciding how best to unleash their unique brilliance. So, next time you encounter a Sigma female, remember that behind her calm exterior lies a universe of untapped potential. You might want to tread carefully. Her gifts may just surprise you. After all, what looks like a simple puzzle could be part of a much larger picture only she can see. And who knows? You might just find yourself wishing you'd paid a little more attention to the quiet ones. They're often the ones shaping the world from the shadows. Thank you, Rare Gems, for tuning in. Stay vigilant as always. See you in our next video. God bless you.